on your way to the Millennium. Natty is at the wheel. The radio crackles. Relax. From Frankie Goes to Hollywood. You arrive at the Millennium Police Station. You park in front of the Millennium District PD office. It's Shaggy. Max presents you the corpse of a young lady.
My
Nothing
God.
new.
I look for an old stone marked with a little pyramid, but there's nothing here.
Thanks. I think we've got enough.
So glad we stopped by.
It's always good to
Okay.
see you.
What would you say? What would you say to have a talk with Nick?
Who the fuck is Nick?
Fuck if I know.
You pass through Sun Plaza to reach the tower glass of the Millennium. The offices of the Masters Trading and still lit. Okay, the offices of the Masters Trading are still lit. Yeah, where you find an elevator.
Well.
Gray carpet, a fish tank with Japanese specimen floats spectrally in the neon gloom. With a white leather couch bookended by plastic plants, Nick Master, 40. But looking closer to 60 thanks to a stressful job, looks out to the Scarlet Bay through his window.
You're not clients. You must be cops.
No shit, Sherlock. We got badges for a reason.
Looks at the fish tank.
Ooh, looks expensive.
I like fish. I got a goldfish at home. He's intelligent. I can see where it looks into his eyes. That's a Siamese fighting fish. It's worth 2,000 of your shitty little goldfish.
I look at all his diplomas. Thanks to the Masters Trading for the Millennia University for many generous donations. You're a regular philosophist.
It's a philanthropist, but yeah. Not really. Those things are tax deductible, and you make friends in high places.
I hate this guy's suspenders.
Hey Nick, since you're on good terms with the university, maybe you could arrange an interview with the dean. Everything is possible, but everything has a price. What do you offer?
Not my cock.
Well, damn.
I look for a stone. There's gotta be one here somewhere. I mean, he's filthy rich.
You're a financial advisor. I got $300 bills I need to stash somewhere. Nick smiles with a row of pearly whites. You're kidding, right? My minimum portfolio is 100,000.
I look at Nick.
Natty makes a discreet gesture to you while looking at Nick. Traces of white powder on his nostrils. Oh, I got some of those too.
Guy likes his donuts.
Cents? Dollars, my friend. Dollars.
Are you Snape?
You needed a voice.
Good cocaine?
Nick sniffs.
What are you? A cop? Yeah, it's good. Better than good. Cost me $2K a kilo. We found your card on a drug deal in St. Margaret. Something tells me you're not just a client. You gotta launder all this money somewhere. That would be illegal.
Can a brother get a bump?
Nick squints, incredulous, then shrugs and holds out a magazine streaked with white. Andrew pinches one nostril and gasping,
Oh shit, I take some too.
and opening his eyes wide.
Natty pinches one nostril, and a gasping and opening his eyes wide. Jesus, that's a stiff line.
Time to crack this case wide open. Whoa! Nice office. I know, right? Check this out.
He produces a cell phone lodged in his head.
What is this, the 80s?
If you arrange this appointment, we will forget that you do drug concealment in your nose. It's a weird way of saying it.
Nick grumbles and insults and calls the university. He hangs up and says you can go.
Okay, now I need to try it too. One wonders whose side you're on. You got an achievement.
I did too, but what are you trying? You already did the coke.
Apparently. Antioch's finest.
Mine says, Natty snorts a line and shakes his head, shivering like a pissing dog. We're under a lot of pressure right now.
It's job, man. It tears you down.
Do you make everything about money? How can you put a price on the beauty of a fish, the product of millions of years of evolution?
Just stay away from the fish tank. Natty, what you said about fish, it touched me. I didn't know an old asshole like you could have such a heart. Another one, Darwin. Science is okay for a while. If you're done sucking each other off, maybe we can get down to business.
Don't you insult my racist lover. We're on to you, Nick. We'll find something sooner or later.
Even if you did, I'm sure we could make a deal. What do they pay you guys now? 2 turnips and a handshake? I can say it right back to him. Even if you did, I'm sure we could make a deal. What do they pay you guys now? 2 turnips and a handshake?
Okay.
Oh, sure. Fuck my sister, too, while you're at it. You're asking too much, boys.
Right. Well, we'll take your computer in the meantime. Maybe our lab guys will find some fun video games on there.
Nick's eyes upset. A lab team comes out from Central to seize his terminal.
I feel like we're making more enemies of your friends. But that's part of the job.
No deal, motherfucker. I see you have a little drug habit. I hear eating Siamese fighting fish is a good cure. Be careful, asshole. Don't forget you're just a couple of ridiculous nobody cops from St. Margaret. We're dealing with the millennium here. The big boys.
Thanks so much for your precious time.
I'll be back when I'm rich.
I'm glad he did us a solid and got us a meeting with the dean, and then we stole his computer.
We're only friendly when we have to be.
Frank from the Central office approaches you, out of breath, his face dark.
Which one's Frank?
He's the lab guy. I think he's, I have bad news. We liquidated Kowalski's as soon as he left the police station.
Oh,
Yeah, the culprit.
All right.
He turned Ozzy
Great idea.
a delinquent on leave. Of course, he returned to Stormcoat District. Here, the commissioner told me to tell you. I go back to work.
You look at your partner in disbelief. But what is this story about?
I mean, we need to meet Blanche Chaperon, the dog. I mean, he didn't just get us a meeting there. We don't want the word to spread that we're stealing people's stuff right off the bat.
Right. Let's go. Oh, we've only stolen a few things in our time.
You're on your way to the casino. Natty is at the wheel.
There's
You
something
arrive at
about
the university.
Hey, rookie, be on your best behavior. these casino people, they don't mess around.
You ask for a bland chaperone, and a striking woman in a cocktail dress appears, clutching a glass of champagne.
Oh, it's her again.
How do you like me now? We had a very interesting conversation with your financial advisor.
Ooh, blackmail, the best way to bind tongues. I received a call from Nick Masters, since you insist, perhaps we should talk about Serge Jens, whatever the fuck his name is. He was a competent teacher, but with questionable connections. Was he a ballet dancer?
Was he in a rock band?
Not really. Did you ever see Sergey with a kid? Children are not allowed in university. These are small, shouting, and chaotic things that disrupt concentration.
Questionable company. Don't tell me you voted liberal.
Ooh. I don't know how else to put it. I'm not one to judge others, but Sergey was a scientist, and he got involved with people who were anything but scientists. Do you think Sergey would have been able to abuse a child because he had bad company, or because he was violent? Anyway. What? Yeah. Anyway, single men should not adopt.
Can you tell me anything else about Serge's unusual behavior?
He associated with a guru of some kind of wizarding sect, hardly appropriate for a university professor. Worst of all, I believe they were lovers.
Oh, I can relate.
For a poetress, you have a narrow conception of love. Yes. Teach me about love, gun nuts.
Hey, watch yourself.
Unloading guns.
Do you have the name of this guru?
Something like Archibald, Stellar Eyes, or some piffle. I feel bad about myself, you know. Do we really need to talk about you tonight right now?
Sorry, man, but if there is anyone on this planet who seems to judge others, it is you.
Feeling judged? It's just that my dad, he never told me he was proud of me. It would make me feel better if you said, I think you're amazing. Is this a joke? Because if not, you're an amazing jerk.
Enjoy your even now.
How about giving me a hug, saying, I love you?
Blanche looks at Natty. Her expression is a symphony of disbelief and contempt.
Hey, we'll be back. I told you to watch yourself. What was that? You folded
I
so
just
fast.
wanted a hug. I just wanted a hug. Okay, right. Let's,
We should go to Frank. Check out that computer.
Well, I got Fred
Nah,
from, forensics.
I thought we were going for Frank.
Frank's not an option.
Well, no, I guess we'll do Fred. Even though I think Fred's the hippie.
Let's see Fred and see what he has to tell us.
You surprised me. Okay, lead the way.
You're driving.
You're on your way to St. Margaret. Natty is at the wheel. The radio crackles. I don't like Mondays from Boomtown Rats. You arrive at the St. Margaret police station. You're back under the white neons of the lab. Fred pretends to be busy so that you don't disturb him, as usual.
Fucking Fred.
Fred, did you find anything on Nick Master's computer?
Don't we know what the fish is?
Of course not. Oh, no,
Hey,
that's
that's me.
you. That's you. Yeah.
Of course not. This password protected.
I assume a nerd like you could geek your way inside.
No, but there's a password reminder. Best fish in town.
Thanks, Fred. You've been very useful.
Don't we know what the fish is? What? Andrew, let's go.
But we know what the fish is. Yeah, it's like the Japanese sumo fish or whatever.
Yeah, the fighting fish.
Let's settle our accounts with Ozai.
Perfect.
I don't know who that is.
I think that's the guru, maybe.
Nasty place to live and die.
You're on your way to the Cape Storm Prison District. Natty's at the wheel. You arrive at the Cape Storm Prison.
This is a lot. Ooh.
Cape Storm is a forbidden prison. At night, the watchtowers are like a constellation of heartless eyes staring across the ocean. It is a depository for criminals who cannot be detained anywhere else, and the stories of lawless brutality are both disturbing and true. You arrive under the cloud of disquiet and ask to see Ozai. The night shift warden gives you Ozai's file and assigns 2 guards, escorts you to an interrogation room where they leave you to enter unaccompanied. Inside you find a thin, Middle Eastern man with a haunted look. A seaweed tattoo reaches out from his t-shirt collar, throttle his neck, clawing across his haggard skin. Is there a founding stone? What? There's no founding stone.
I'm gonna look at his file.
Natty opens up Ozai's file. The man's real name is unknown, and his record shows at least one other murder in the last 2 years. There are clear indicators of further crime committed under his assumed identity. But even so, his record reads like a war piece. The only way he'll ever leave Cape Storm is in a disguise or a body bag.
Are you Ozai? Ozai doesn't reply.
We have ways of making you talk.
Ozai watches you with vacant eyes. Nothing you do will compare to the everyday atrocities of Cape Storm. We have questions for you. You better have the answers we're looking for. Ozai doesn't reply.
I like your tattoos.
Ozai says nothing.
We'll be back.
This isn't over, murderer. What about that Raja place?
The what place?
Raja. The Indian chick that we didn't really talk to.
Oh, taxi company. No, I think we should. Let's have a look at Kolchansky's autopsy report.
How'd he die?
I don't know. But then Raja, definitely.
You're on your way to the Millennium. Natty is at the wheel.
So cool to see all these tattoos. I cannot wait to get mine.
You're kidding, I hope.
If we find the tattoo artist, we advance in the investigation and I realize a dream. It's all good.
Well, let's do it for the investigation. Fred can give us a hand.
You arrive at the Millennium Police Station.